most drivers think engine damage happens suddenly. A broken turbo, a blown head gasket, a destroyed engine. But in reality, the most expensive car problems start with small and bad driving habits. Things people do every day without even realizing it. Habits that slowly wear down the engine. And one day the repair bill can be painful. In this video, there are some habits that will really surprise you, and many of them are things you might also be doing. To avoid these problems, I recommend watching this video. Revving a cold engine. One of the most common mistakes drivers make is revving the engine right after starting the car. When the engine is cold, the oil is still thick, meaning its viscosity is higher. The oil is not like water, it's more like honey. It hasn't fully circulated through the engine yet. Metal components like pistons, bearings, and camshafts have not yet reached their normal operating levels. When you rev the engine at this moment, the internal parts experience more friction and more stress. Over time, this increases wear on critical components like piston rings and bearings. And this wear accumulates after thousands of cold starts. That's why you should let the engine warm up first. Shutting off a hot turbo engine. Turbo engines operate at very high temperatures. The turbocharger itself can spin at over 100,000 revolutions per minute and reach extremely high temperatures. When you shut off the engine right, after aggressive driving, oil circulation stops instantly, but the turbo is still very hot. Without oil flow, the oil inside the turbo can burn and turn into carbon deposits. Over time, these deposits damage the turbo bearings, and turbo failures can be very expensive. If you've watched until this point, could you please like the video? Driving with low engine oil. Engine oil is basically the lifeblood of the engine. It lubricates moving parts, reduces friction, distributes heat, and carries away contaminants. Driving with low oil levels means the engine is no longer being lubricated properly or sufficiently. Metal parts begin to rub against each other. Temperatures increase, and serious internal engine damage can happen surprisingly quickly. Some engines can even be damaged within minutes if oil pressure drops too low. That's why it's useful to regularly check your oil level. Ignoring small engine noises. Many drivers ignore small noises coming from the engine. For example, a light ticking sound, a knocking noise, a faint metallic sound during acceleration. Most of the time, these sounds are early warning signs: timing chain wear, injector problems, valve train issues. Ignoring these noises can cause a small problem to turn into a much bigger failure. Something that could have been fixed with a small repair can become much more expensive. Constant short trips. Short trips may seem harmless, but engines are designed to operate at full operating temperature. During short trips, the engine often never fully warms up. This can cause fuel dilution in the oil and moisture buildup inside the engine. Over time, this reduces the quality of the oil and increases internal engine wear. Modern engines especially can be damaged more easily with constant short-distance driving. Delaying oil changes. Engine oil loses its effectiveness over time. Heat, pressure, and contaminants reduce the oil's performance. Old oil can no longer properly protect engine components. When oil changes are delayed too long, sludge and deposits can form inside the engine. These deposits can block oil passages and reduce lubrication. Eventually, this can lead to serious engine damage. Aggressive driving before the engine warms up. Driving aggressively immediately after starting the engine can cause similar problems. Hard acceleration, high RPM, and heavy load put serious stress on the engine while it is still cold. The engine oil has not yet reached its ideal temperature and flow. Modern engines can handle high performance, but only when the engine is properly warmed up. Ignoring warning lights. Modern vehicles are equipped with many sensors. When a warning light appears on the dashboard, the car is trying to tell you something. Ignoring these warnings can lead to very expensive consequences. Sometimes a small sensor problem can indicate a bigger underlying issue. Driving for long periods with warning lights on can cause serious mechanical failures. Conclusion. The most expensive engine failures usually don't happen suddenly. They happen slowly. Small habits repeated over months and years eventually lead to major mechanical damage. But the good news is that most of these mistakes are easy to avoid. A little patience, proper maintenance, and smart driving habits can greatly extend the life of your engine. Sometimes the difference between a healthy engine and a huge repair bill is simply knowing what not to do.
Understand your car. Follow for more.